Record in progress.
Debugging segmentation fault with GDB. So here is the songs database. This is a working version. I'll demonstrate briefly the working version, then the version with a bug that causes a segmentation fault, how to find that with GDB, and then a few additional commands to step through code after it's fixed. So what this should do, run compiles, shows the welcome menu, say D, display the list. So there's the two entries that have been loaded from the songs file, and quit. So that's how it should work. And here is the version with has a problem. So I click run and it successfully compiles, but then when it runs, it's a signal segmentation fault. So we use GDB to investigate. There should be a link to this URL accompanying this video, so you can have this script to try these commands yourself. So first, GDB to start GDB. Now we've already compiled, so this next command, file main, it assumes that you have an executable named main that's been compiled with the debugging symbols. Run. So now I'm running it in GDB, and you can see I get this segmentation fault. Tells me at song list 30. So I can do BT for a backtrace. Doesn't give me a whole lot of additional information. Basically, that's the same thing that it was already showing me. Frame is also going to give me similar information. List will show the position in the file with some context, 10 lines of context. Now, where it's saying this at 30, it doesn't necessarily mean there's a problem on line 30. What it usually is going to mean is that something immediately after that point had a problem. So we'll do B to set a breakpoint at the current position where it's stopped. C to continue, and now it finishes the execution with that with that segmentation fault. So now I'll run it again now that that breakpoint is set, and see if we can find the problem. So R, starting program. So this is just the name of the fault. This isn't an error notice. That's the name of this project. I'm at that breakpoint. So let's look at the information about the locals, the local variables. And so here there's a couple things that I immediately notice. And the first thing that jumps out is this temp title and temp artist both have the same value, and that this should be an H and it's a V. So it's trying to load this song, and so there's the data is being corrupted. But what really stands out is that these are both the same address. So I have two different variables, temp title and temp artist, but they both have the same address, which is an indication of a problem, because unless that's two things intentionally pointing to the same location. There's no way they're going to be storing two different values. Let's look at a little bit more about these. There's p-type, and what is are three ways to look at things in GDB. So p, you usually get tab completion. If I type temp and tab, I can see these things that start with temp. In this case, I want temp artist, so I can do a tab. And it tells me that it's at this location, and that's the value. It also assigns it $1 for convenience. P type temp artist, and I could also say PTY P type $1, which after I do this initial P, or for its abbreviation for print, it gives me a convenient way to re-examine that variable by giving it a short dollars prefixed alias. And it's a type character array of length 0. So that's an indication that's probably a problem, that I'm not going to be able to store anything into a character array of length 0. And what is will give me similar information. In this case, exactly the same information. So I'll just do C to continue. Gets me back to that segmentation fault. C to continue again. Exit. So now let's look at that this temp title and temp artist and see in the code, because that's indicating that's where the problem is. And they're in this file, the song list file. Here's temp title, temp artist. And the problem is that they're initialized to 0. So that's just a bug I introduced for the purpose of demonstrating this. The next video will have a little bit more interesting issue. So let's replace that with what it should have, which is this max character count. And recompile, and then it runs. I'm just going to quit for now. So now that it's running, I'll demonstrate a few more things with GDB, and then the next video will have a more interesting bug. So GDB file main start. So start is different than run. Start will start the program, but it adds an automatic breakpoint at main. And so here I want to demonstrate this info functions. You need this -n, otherwise you get all the built-in functions that you're not interested in. with the dash n, you get what you'd expect, which is a list of your files and the functions. So let's say I wanted to set a breakpoint at one of these functions. For example, show list. So there's a couple different ways I can do that. I could say set a breakpoint at songlist.cpp :130 to specify that file and that line number. The easier way to do it is just say b show list, and then info b. That's information about my breakpoints. It's showing that breakpoint exists and where it is. So let's continue. Get my menu. I'll do D to display the list. So now I'm at that breakpoint, and I can use S to step through the code. So now it's stepping into the code at that breakpoint. Let's look at this in the file. So that's in songlist.cpp line 132. I can always use L to see the context of where it's. So right now it's showing me I'm at 135. So it shows 135 in the center of that 10-line context. So here I just wanted to demonstrate stepping. And then C to continue. That will continue to the next breakpoint. In this case, there isn't one. It's just the menu. And then that's it for this video. Thank you.